So I'm here with my Mazdaspeed 3. Just got done with the gym, dropped the kiddo off at daycare. Wife's gonna pick her up soon. I have a lot of time off right now because I'm finally starting my career. My government job is good to go. My background check is finally sent through. Pretty sure anybody working in government, it just, dude, it literally takes forever for anything to get done. So I quit my dealership job. Thank God for that. I'm ready to make some serious money. And now the reason I'm making this video today is because I hit up FREEKTUNE, and a gentleman by the name of Justin is going to be tuning my Mazdaspeed 3. To start off, I want to go over what I've actually done to the Mazdaspeed and then what I plan to do in the future. And as a disclaimer, the Cobb off-the-shelf maps, they're good, but they are not for longevity. I was going to say sustainability. I guess you could use both words. Pretty much when you have an off-the-shelf map, it's for all the upgrades that Cobb has shipped to you that you purchased or whatever, but you really should be taking it to a professional tuner, you know, after maybe, I mean, it'll probably be all right for a couple hundred miles or so, but you certainly don't want to stay on the off-the-shelf maps forever. So here's just a list of my upgrades. I'm just gonna verbally say them. Maybe I'll leave a picture on the screen or something. And then basically I'll share the email that Justin sent me from FREEKTUNE. So basically I have the entire Cobb Stage 2 Plus package. I have the catback exhaust, I have the intake, I have the turbo inlet hose, I have the air box, I have the rear motor mount, I have the Autotech high pressure fuel pump internals. I also have the NGK one-step colder spark plugs installed in this vehicle. Am I missing anything? Oh, I have the access port, but I mean, that's kind of a given. Pretty sure that's, oh, and I also have the Cobb bypass valve. I also have quite a bit suspension upgrades. I have the BC Racing coilovers. I have the dampening in the rear set to 14 and the dampening in the front set to 11 because front wheel drive cars should have a little bit of a softer dampening in the front, at least in my opinion. I also have the Whiteline 27mm sway bar. I have the Whiteline rear sway bar end links. And I got the carbon fiber hood scoop for the vehicle simply because I had a top mount intercooler at the time, and I actually was kind of ignorant to what you would really need the bigger hood scoop for. I thought, you know, as soon as you got the bigger hood scoop that you'd be able to save some of that heat soak, when realistically, you know, unless you're crushing 400 wheel horsepower and, you know, you're doing 5 or 6 massive pulls, you're really not gonna get too much of a heat soak going on. So don't worry too much about that stuff if you guys don't have the aftermarket hood scoop. I also have the Cork Sport steering wheel. I mean, there's obviously no performance upgrades to this. It's just really good looking. I definitely have a better feel for the car, I guess you can say. So when you have the OEM steering wheel, it's kind of almost like dumpy looking, I guess you can say. Maybe not like dumpy looking, but you guys get the point. Like, I actually feel like I'm driving a car that has $9,000 to $10,000 worth of, you know, upgrades done to it now with a different steering wheel. So I'm almost home now, and I just want to let you guys know something. When you start modding out your Mazdaspeed, or pretty much any car for that matter, I don't even know if your platform is different than mine. I know Cobb has a lot of, you know, different parts for Subarus and Fords and every other kind of car out there, but I will say the number one thing that you should do, like first, or I guess one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, is upgrading those fuel pump internals, man. If you don't upgrade those, you are in for a bad fucking day. I promise you, it is such a waste of money, such a waste of time to put all these upgrades in your car, and then you end up just fucking absolutely, you know, blowing some shit up because you're like, oh yeah, let me just tune it till whatever, and fucking whatever the case may be, you're in for a bad fucking time. So just make sure that you're doing the right things, and make sure that you're upgrading those high pressure fuel pump internals. Like, probably should be the first mod that you do. All right guys, so I got the access port out of the car, and then I got the little case that it's in. It has the USB connection in it, and I also got a package from Cobb. Yeah! So let's see what's inside. Oh, look what's here. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this bad boy. I'm gonna do all my runs in it. I'm probably gonna run my half marathon with this on. All right guys, what do you think? Do I look like I vape? Okay, so I got the Cobb access port plugged into my MacBook. Once it turns on, I'm gonna show you guys how we are going to load the new maps on, and then we're gonna get in the car and we're gonna drive it. Okay, as we scroll down in this email, you'll see where Justin from FREEKTUNE sent me the directions and what we're gonna go ahead and do. We went ahead and we opened the access port manager. Now that we have it downloaded, we have this right here. We're gonna open the link. We're gonna go over to import files, which is gonna be the third button over here. So now we have the ProTune selected. We're gonna choose open. Yes. All right, now we have it copied right over here. And now we have the file saved here, and I'm gonna reflash the vehicle. So now we're gonna go to tune, and then we're gonna go to change ECU map. Gotta wait. All right, now we're gonna go to our new map. Continue. Okay, this might take a minute. I could definitely tell right away that with the base map that they sent me, I'm definitely not getting as much fuel. So now when the speedometer says 123,438, then I'm gonna go ahead and get an idle going. Datalog that 15 miles out, 15 miles back, and it should be a pretty smooth process. All right, we're at our desired miles on the odometer, so I'm gonna pull over here in a couple minutes, and then we're gonna get an idle Datalog. After that, we're gonna do our second gear and third gear Datalogs, and then we're gonna upload them and send them back out to FREEKTUNE. First step is to configure the data logging. So we're gonna select all the things that we're gonna need to put in our data logging in our file so we can send back over to FREEKTUNE. So I'm just gonna, I guess, count to 10 in my head, so. All right, so that's the first log. And now, because I'm not a full-time Mazdaspeed builder, I'm actually a dad and a husband. Wife sent me on a grocery trip. So that's what I'm gonna do, come back, and then we're gonna do second gear and third gear data logs. So I just got back to review the footage, and it didn't record anything that I was doing on the road. So just know that I did a second gear pull with 0 boost from 1500 RPMs to 4500 RPMs, and I did a third gear pull from 2500 RPMs to 6500 RPMs with my foot to the floor. And as a responsible driver, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure nothing's leaking or anything. All right, I checked under the hood. The radiator fan's still spinning just because I turned it off. And then we're gonna go inside. If you do these, don't be too worried about like if your car smells hot or like any of that other kind of shit when you get back. I mean, if you're doing a big pull like that, it's gonna have a little bit of smell. And if your radiator fan is on when you turn off the car, that's a totally normal function. It's because your engine's getting really hot and it's trying to cool it down after you take the keys out, AKA once you hit the start stop button. So don't sweat about it too much. It's just part of the process. Now we're gonna connect our access port. So this is our idle RPM one that we're gonna send out. This is our Gear 3 one. So we're gonna rename this. Yep, second gear. Second gear, 1500 to 4500, and then my name. Hello, Justin. These are the data logs for the idle. Second gear, 1500 to 4500. Third gear, 2500, 6500. I turned off traction control and I turned off AC as instructed. Send. Thanks for watching my video. I'm sorry that I couldn't get the second gear and third gear pull. I literally don't know what happened with my camera, but I'm very grateful for you turning in, and when I get a revision, I will make sure to post another video, and then I will record that for sure next time. Thank you.